Okay, so for Thursday, I've got this all laid out. Now, you'll see I have lines where I don't really want them, but that's okay. I'm gonna work some of that out with an eraser and with shading. That's where shading comes into play. Really, really, really important is the shading. So we're going to shade our ribbons. I'm going to need a range of value. That's where things like value and contrast are so important. And that's why we went over our elements of art at the beginning and we reviewed those. And that's why we started, or why we've already gone through emphasis and contrast, is because those things are very important in a project like this, okay? So I want my areas that are going inside the cube or inside the shapes to be the darkest bits. Okay, and then I'm just going to erase a little bit so I can see. But you're still going to have value in the ribbon. So this ribbon here is curling, right? It's arching, which means that the lightest part is going to be here on the top and it's going to get darker. So I'm just going to very lightly, I'm going to start light. On this side too. Just coloring, nice and light. That's not the value range I want, okay? That is starting to get a value range, but that's not the range I want. I want a deeper range. I want darker darks added to this. So I'm gonna get my paper towel because this is my favorite way to shade. If you do shade this way though, you have to clean up outside the area here because like that gets smudged. So you have to make sure that you're cleaning your area. Now, because it's a ribbon, I'm gonna add a few lines, right? Because it kind of gets scrunched up. Now here's a question. How would I add emphasis to a drawing like this? So all of my ribbon is going to be graphite pencil. How would I add emphasis across the piece? I want you to think about that for tomorrow. But for today, we're going to do our ribbons, okay? Just like that. So you're gonna do all the way around. You want your darkest darks to be where the ribbon goes in or comes out of your shapes or your forms. These are forms since they are three-dimensional. Okay, so that's what you're gonna do for Thursday. You're going to shade all of your ribbons or your spaghetti noodles or your lines that connected. Leave the shapes alone. Leave those shapes alone. Just worry about the lines, the ribbons, okay? Because we're gonna talk about how to add emphasis to our contrast. So these are gonna be contrast. We're gonna talk about emphasis, but all at the same time, we're creating rhythm and movement. So you're stacking these principles of design in your painting, in your drawing. They all have more than just one principle. So I want you to keep that in mind and remember that while you're working on this.